We have some valuable coins for you, so don't spend one of them. So watch our complete video and find your treasure. This coin could make you rich overnight. Top 1 today, we're taking a close look at an iconic piece of American currency, the 1972 United States 5-cent coin, better known as the nickel. It might seem like just a common coin, but this little piece of history could be worth a small fortune. Stay with us, and by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this coin can fetch today. Spoiler alert, it's a jaw-dropping amount. Let's begin with the story behind this fascinating nickel. The year 1972 was a unique time in American history. The country was deep in the post-Vietnam War era, grappling with cultural shifts and economic challenges. Amidst this backdrop, millions of 5-cent coins were minted as part of the country's essential currency supply. The 1972 nickel was a workhorse of its time, used daily in transactions all across the nation. However, not all of these coins were created equal, and that's where the intrigue lies. On the surface, the design of the 1972 nickel seems straightforward, yet it carries deep historical and cultural significance. The obverse side features a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Designed by Felix Schlag, this iconic portrait has been a defining feature of the nickel since 1938. The detailed craftsmanship, with Jefferson's sharp features and the elegant lettering, makes the design timeless. On the reverse side, we find an equally iconic image, Jefferson's Monticello estate. This architectural masterpiece is a symbol of Jefferson's vision and ingenuity. The careful detailing of the columns, windows, and dome on the coin demonstrates the precision and artistry of the minting process. These features are key for collectors because their clarity and sharpness can significantly impact the coin's value. So, why is the 1972 nickel such a sought-after piece among collectors? The answer lies in its rarity and condition. While millions of these coins were minted, very few have survived in near-perfect, uncirculated condition. Most 1972 nickels were used extensively in daily commerce, leading to scratches, wear, and other damage. Finding one that has been preserved in pristine condition is incredibly rare, and that rarity drives up its value, but there's more. Some 1972 nickels are even more unique due to minting errors. These errors could include off-center strikes, double dies, or variations in the design. Such coins are considered one-of-a-kind treasures in the numismatic world. If you're lucky enough to find a 1972 nickel with an error, its value could skyrocket. These small imperfections, often overlooked by the casual observer, are highly coveted by serious collectors. And now, let's talk about grading, which is a critical factor in determining the value of any coin. A professional coin grading service can assess the condition of a coin and assign it a grade on a scale of 1 to 70. A 1972 nickel graded as MS65 or higher, meaning it's in mint condition with minimal imperfections, is exceedingly rare and can command a significant premium. If you're wondering how to spot a valuable 1972 nickel, here are a few tips. First, examine the coin under good lighting to look for sharp details in Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello estate. Pay close attention to the edges. Clean, well-defined edges are a good sign. Second, check for any unique features or minting errors. And lastly, if you believe you have a valuable coin, consider having it professionally graded to confirm its worth. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. A pristine 1972 United States 5-cent coin, especially one with a rare error or a high grade, could be worth as much as $48,000 to $52,000. Yes, you heard that right. A nickel that once bought a piece of candy could now fetch a small fortune. So, if you happen to have a jar of old coins lying around, take a closer look. That 1972 nickel you've overlooked for years might just be the treasure you've been searching for. Top 2, we have an exciting tale to tell about a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket. Change, the 1973 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel. This humble coin, often overlooked, holds secrets that could make it worth a small fortune. Stay with us until the end because we'll reveal the jaw-dropping value this coin can reach in the world of collectors. The story of the 1973 Jefferson nickel is as much about American history as it is about the coin itself. By the early 1970s, the United States was navigating a period of economic challenges and societal change. Inflation was on the rise, and everyday items, including coins, became part of the larger story of the nation's financial history. The Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, had long been a staple of American currency, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his iconic home, Monticello, on the back. The 1973 version of the coin continued this tradition, but as we'll discover, certain examples of this coin stand out for reasons that make them highly sought after today. For many, the Jefferson nickel is just another piece of loose change, but for collectors, specific editions of this coin, especially those from 1973, have become prized possessions. Why? Let's find out. The design of the Jefferson nickel is steeped in American tradition. On the obverse side, we have the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. His image is a timeless symbol of democracy and liberty, carefully sculpted by artist Felix Schlag, whose design won a national competition in 1938. The reverse side features Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, an architectural marvel and a symbol of his enduring legacy. The 1973 version retained these classic elements, but certain factors make it unique. One of the key reasons the 1973 Jefferson nickel is so special lies in its rarity and high-grade condition. While millions of these coins were produced, very few remain in pristine, uncirculated condition today. Most were used in daily transactions, enduring years of wear and tear. Finding a 1973 Jefferson nickel that has been perfectly preserved is incredibly rare, and coins in such exceptional condition are highly valuable to collectors. The state of preservation, known as grade, is a crucial factor in determining a coin's value. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as MS-65 or higher, are the ones that attract significant attention and hefty price tags at auctions, but rarity isn't the only factor. Some 1973 Jefferson nickels are even more desirable due to errors that occurred during the minting process. Minting errors are like happy accidents in the world of coin collecting. They create unique variations that stand out from the standard coins. These could include doubled die errors, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws, all of which make the coin one of a kind. Collectors love these error coins because they tell a unique story and add an extra layer of intrigue to the hobby. If you happen to have a 1973 Jefferson nickel, you might be wondering how to identify whether it's a rare find. The first step is to examine its condition. Does it look shiny and new, with no scratches or marks? That's a good sign. Next, look for any unusual features that could indicate a minting error. If you're not sure, consider having your coin evaluated by a professional grading service. They can provide an expert opinion and assign a grade that determines its market value. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: how much this coin could be worth. The most extraordinary examples of the 1973 Jefferson nickel, those that are perfectly preserved or feature rare minting errors, have been known to sell for incredible amounts. Some have fetched values as high as $43,000 to $46,000. Yes, you heard that right, your little 5-cent coin could potentially be worth tens of thousands of dollars. So, the next time you're sorting through your loose change or exploring an old coin collection, don't overlook the Jefferson nickels, especially those from 1973. You could be holding a hidden gem worth far more than its face value. Top 3. We have an exciting story about a coin that might just be sitting in your collection or even your spare change. We're talking about the 1983 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. This seemingly ordinary coin has captured the attention of collectors worldwide, and by the end of this video, you'll find out why it could be worth an astonishing amount of money. So stay tuned, and let's uncover the secrets of this rare gem together. First, let's set the stage. The year 1983 might not sound like ancient history, but it holds a unique place in the world of numismatics. The 1980s were a transformative period for the United States, marked by economic shifts, cultural milestones, and technological advancements. In the midst of it all, the U.S. Mint continued its mission to produce millions of coins for circulation. Among those coins was the 1983 5-cent piece, minted in Philadelphia. At first glance, this nickel might not seem particularly special. It features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, a design that has been a mainstay since 1938. Jefferson, the third president of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence, is an iconic figure in American history. His image on the coin symbolizes the values of liberty and democracy that he championed. On the reverse side, you'll find an elegant depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. The architectural details of Monticello are finely engraved, showcasing the mint's dedication to artistry and craftsmanship. While this design might look like any other Jefferson nickel, What sets the 1983p apart isn't immediately visible, it's all about rarity, condition, and unique features. Why is this coin so sought after? One word: preservation. In 1983, very few people were collecting nickels in uncirculated condition. This means that most of the 1983p nickels were heavily used in daily transactions, accumulating scratches, dings, and wear over time. Finding one today in pristine, uncirculated condition is incredibly rare. And as any collector knows, rarity is a key factor in determining a coin's value, but that's not all. The 1983p nickel is also famous for its potential minting errors and high-quality strikes. Errors can occur during the minting process, and while they might seem like flaws, they actually make a coin far more valuable. For example, some 1983p nickels may have subtle die cracks, off-center strikes, or doubled dies, variations that are like hidden treasures for collectors. These unique imperfections add a layer of mystery and excitement to the hunt for this coin. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. When we say pristine, we're referring to coins that have been graded as mint state by professional grading services. Coins in mint state show no signs of circulation and retain their original luster. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For the 1983p nickel, even a small increase in grade can translate into a significant jump in value. That's why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these rare, well-preserved pieces. If you happen to have a 1983p nickel, it's worth examining it closely. Look for sharp details, minimal wear, and any unusual features that might indicate a minting error. And if you're unsure, consider having it professionally graded. A coin that might seem ordinary to the untrained eye could turn out to be a hidden fortune. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. How much is a 1983p nickel actually worth? If you're lucky enough to have one in uncirculated condition or one with a rare minting error, its value could range between $37,000 and $40,000. That's right, a single 5-cent coin could be worth a small fortune, so what are you waiting for? Go check your collections, dig through your old jars of change, and see if you might have this incredible coin. Who knows? You could be sitting on a piece of history that's worth tens of thousands of dollars.